Greetings and salutations, welcome back to another Let's Play of EU4 with RedBstrd. Sorry about the long hiatus. My backup drive that I was using for recording all my videos, I didn't have it, redundant backup with a second backup drive on that. So it failed and I lost all my EU4 videos and Hearts of Iron campaign that I was recording, and Dark Souls stuff, and a bunch of other things. And I wanted to make sure so I wanted to see if I could recover that before I would start, redoing those achievement runs. That didn't work out, so I'm back in it. Well, thank you for your patience and remaining a subscriber all that time. So we're going to redo the Dithmarschen Lessons of Hemmingstedt achievement. And do it on Iron Man mode, of course. I'm just going to redo it over this glorious peasant republic. Save. I was trying it earlier and made a major miscalculation. Like, that's probably not the best habit to be imparting on viewers, so just figured I'd restart. Which was unfortunate because I had a fairly ideal setup where I was able to take Verdun and East Frisia. But I underestimated the resolve of Denmark. Okay, so how we want to do our start is, let's see if we have a conquest. We don't have a conquest, so let's set our rivals. Bremen. Ooh, I was hoping for Verdun. Verdun, did you ally up? You have not yet allied up. You're friendly with me, but I don't care. Looking for Verdun. And we're going for East Frisia. See if we get a conquest. We do not get a conquest. We do get this. We'll let a day pass, and then we'll check the list again. I'm going to make sure, since we collect trade power here, to transfer. Most of our neighbors do not have real forts on their capitals. The exceptions are these two. Well, Hamburg's our direct neighbor. So we should only need 7 troops, it's our maximum. 434 Embezzler. Don't like that, he's costing us money. He's a 434. Let's see how good of a general is. 4 on shock, 3 on fire. Yeah, I can dig that. Okay, then we're gonna need to get our ships out there, so tech trade Lubeck. Return. Port to repair if you suffer any damage. Let's check on our potential allies. I think we rivaled a few of them. Lubeck, be a great ally. And I was hoping for either Pomerania or Brandenburg. See how far off are you? Minus 21 and 0. They're rivaled with Brandenburg. Okay, so then I'm going to put myself as threatened by them if I can. I cannot. We're threatened by them, though. And they're rivals with England, so England, you want to be my +1? I think you do. Okay, let's start working on this just in case. Placate Denmark. That'll take a while. Think about sending off some embargoes, but I want to get these two. Yeah, we'll join the trade league. Sounds great. Yeah, I don't want to do any of those yet. Who did you ally? Friesland. not that scary, but they are right next door, so we can't stack wipe them without them. France and England are fighting. Kingdom of Italy doesn't interest us, and right now we don't have any opportunities to invade anyone, so no point in paying our troops. Well, little point, I should say. So Hamburg rivaled us, but we didn't rival them back. I don't like having Hamburg as a rival, in all honesty. Because they tend to be friends with Lübeck. They joined the Trade League, they've got a real fort on top of their capital fort, and they can restrict movement around. They make a much better ally. Or of course if you can conquer them. But you know, that doesn't happen early on. I was hoping they wouldn't get any allies. And now they're getting 2 over. That makes it much tougher. So these are 2 people that can directly help them out. Let's stop fabricating on them at the end of the month. Embargo there. Embargo there, and then Bremen. Is Bremen the other one? Yeah, but they're in the Trade League. We can't do anything about them. We can't even do that. But what we can do is we can send them an insult. Denmark. It's not attractive. I do want to prey upon East Frisia. I got better things to be doing with my diplomat. Alexa Lauenberg. Yeah, this is not ideal. Not an ideal setup. What I wanted is to have a 1-province minor rival like Lüneburg. That would be isolated. The Saxe-Lauenburg is a great one. I wanted both of them and them to be isolated. Yeah, they're in a trade league with Venice. Not ideal. Okay, Saxe-Lauenburg, no, we're definitely not doing that. Explain my thought process. Build up some spy power while I'm regaining my morale. Mecklenburg won't really be able to do anything. Get these ships back over here, and we're eventually going to need an admiral, so I'm just going to take one. And we've got an opportunity while I'm just waiting for stuff. Let's get our stability up 1, because I want prosperity to be building in Dithmarschen. Got a moment to take a look at our ideas. So for our traditions, we get morale of army and lowered shock damage, so we can face on cavalry a bit more effectively. Once we complete everything, we get yearly Republican tradition. We get infantry combat ability, tolerance to the true faith, quite a lot of it. An extra merchant. Privateers are more efficient, and we get a chance to capture enemy ships, which is kind of nice because we're going to be facing a shortage of sailors. Lower development cost, lowered autonomy, and extra goods produced. This and that work well with our government form. As a peasant republic, we get production efficiency, so we get from our ideas and from our government. We get morale of armies from both, and we get autonomy from both. Absolutism is going to be difficult for us, but By the time absolutism matters, we really should be done. Let's see, how close are you? -11. Okay, so let's invade here. They just have Mecklenburg. We'll defeat their navy pretty quickly. Got more ships coming in, which will delay us, which is unfortunate. It's 2 delays. These guys back in port for a month. I think they're going to be stuck over there for a moment. Apparently long enough. They're going into Lüneburg. They are locked in. We'll leave this guy here and deal with Lüneburg. Or Mecklenburg. Isn't the best trait to have gotten. Okay, placate Denmark. I guess we gotta do that to get it out of the list because nothing else is helping. I need 4 guys here. 3 minimum, an ideal extra 4th guy to deal with disease outbreaks. That does give us enough that we could actually siege out both of these at the same time. Say, it's exiled. I like that corruption, particularly with our leader giving us more corruption. Could hurt our pocketbooks. And this leader has no siege, but that's okay. Could move the fleet around blockade, but they do have 10 ships, including some galleys. Chances are we'd lose at least something, and keeping them supplied would be a problem. Let's get another trade ship. And ideally, I would launch a humiliation war on our rival right after doing this, so that Austria couldn't demand this back. This is a really important province for us to have. Okay, took Rostock. You being invaded by anyone else? You are by Pomerania. Assume that Pomerania is the attacker. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely not going to vassalize them. See what we could do. Definitely get their war reparations, and then as much cash as we can get. What? Makes you guys think they have a choice in the matter. Okay, these guys got exiled, so we'll just march them back home. And that did give us plenty of cash, so we can get another trade ship, obviously. Okay, let's go ahead and continue working on Brandenburg as an ally. I do want to start working on England as an ally. But they would accept as long as we're at peace. So you could potentially vassalize them. I think we're just going to annex them outright. I would have just liked to avoid upsetting the HRE and Austria. Now we can get another rival right after this. I'm hoping if we annex them, we can instantly take Saxe-Lauenburg and declare a humiliation war on them. It's Lubeck doing conquest war. Hopefully they won't vassalize them or something dumb like that. Let's call this guy back before we send off the peace deal. If anyone wants smelter access or anything, give it to him to just solidify our relations a little better. Okay, that's going to take a month. We're losing a little bit of money, only because we're in a war, and our trade ships are not out doing their job. Out of sailors, by the way, so let's get... We need them there for the blockade. Just gonna leave just the transports out to do that, but... we'll switch that up. Leave just the trade ships, keep our transports. Let's see if we capture a ship here. No. Okay. We have to be fast about this. We want to annex. Take all their cash. We're at peace, so let's see if we can get... No, only Hamburg and Oldenburg. Oldenburg is in a trade league, so we can't immediately pick Saxe-Lauenburg and do a humiliation war on them. We wouldn't win that one. We would not win that one. I think we just buddy up. Could get a few of these northern states, these three. Den. Den doesn't exist. Okay, I don't see that we have any great options. Austria's going to demand this back. We're going to have to refuse. It's just the way it goes. Nope. Which means that we have to increase the autonomy here. And we'll just give it out to a state. Okay, now we can get Lüneburg. And they did conquer. Okay, who do we want? Hamburg, Oldenburg, Mecklenburg? Mecklenburg, I guess. That should checked before. Compromises our ability to get an alliance with Brandenburg. Frisia and Bremen should have East Frisia. Couldn't do these guys because of the Trade League. So we are allied with them. Let's continue working on trying to buddy up to Denmark and hope that Austria doesn't smack us down. Let's get those relations back up to positive. And let's get our entire army down here. So the ideal situation would have been taking them out and then attacking somebody who is isolated, one province minor, rival to humiliate while we cored, so that Austria couldn't demand it. Okay, Austria is no longer hostile, so that's good. We'll lose a little bit of money, make our burghers happy, because it's right before the birth of the Renaissance, so works for me. Would have liked to have been able to take out East Frisia as well and give it to our merchants, our burghers. That way we could have gotten the development cost reduction. At least the Emperor's going to be more upset with Lübeck than they are with me, because this is the second province that they're taking, that they're saying Austria's saying no, or that they're telling Austria no for. Do speak English, really. I just get some cash, but 7 ducats, it isn't worth it. And this, since the autonomy is so high, we're just giving it off to our clergy as soon as we can. Okay, placated Denmark. Let's see if we have any other options. Luneborg, sure. Let's give us Diplo Rep, which will help us get allies. And if we can't invade them, they're allied to Saxony. They're rival to our ally, Lübeck. But I think Lübeck's going to get themselves in trouble with the Emperor. They're going to drop the alliance with us. Whoa, that's not what I expected to see. State that up. I would normally drop down the autonomy. Oh, but it is dropping despite the unlawful territory. So yeah, let's go ahead. We got some cash. We'll still give it to our clergy. And get some admin points out of them. Okay, so it's not the most useful ally to have. That gives us a little bit of security. We lose definitely a lot more sailors in one game. Okay, who would make a good... Hamburg hates us. But that's really severing our ties with Lubeck. But I think Lubeck's, yeah, they're going to stop being our ally and they're going to bump heads against Austria. So if they break these relations, I'm going to set ourselves as threatened by them. Can't. Potentially get in alliance with Austria here. If they decide that they hate Lubeck enough. Yeah, we'll re-elect him, even though he's our general. Let's go ahead and get our tech up before the cost goes up from the institution. Ugh. Don't like losing prestige. We're trying to burn off aggressive expansion, but you know, what can we do? Let me keep an eye on our time, by the way. 27 minutes. Yeah, we'll let it go for a few more minutes. Mantua. Already set ourselves as threatened by you, right? Yeah, we did. So as soon as I complete this mission, I'm going to switch our diplomat over to improve relations with England, or pick them up as an ally. Fly papal relations. Sure. This guy's probably going to be done here pretty soon. Do need to pick up some more allies. And Bohemia would be a nice one. Brandenburg, you're having some problems. Saxony might be a more reliable ally for me. But they tend to get into fights with Bohemia if the two of them aren't allied, so... Pomerania would be potentially good, but they might be pissing off Austria right now. They just took a lot of territory. Come on, Austria, you need a friend in the north. The peasant in the north. Peasant in the north. And that wasn't sufficient to get them as an ally. Sadly. Okay, who else could we get? Brandenburg, Magdeburg, Augsburg, Utrecht. Yeah, that's not a great list. I mean, normally Brandenburg would be great. But watching them just utterly get wrecked. And I doubt the pain is over for them. Because they got a lot of debt, they need to rebuild the army. and their provinces are isolated. Okay, I think now is a good time to stop this video. Thank you for watching.